Let's see, searching for Necronomicon Ex Mortis, and the results on eBay are not promising.
I am as I always have been, Lord and Conqueror of all I see. I am Vice.
I've got to say, Lord Visine, you're looking a lot shorter than I remember.
Anyway, the guy pointing is actually his editor, who's attending the flower show for some reason, and ordering him to chase the ambulance because they may be looking at the crime of the century. Oh, don't worry, that cop already found the culprit of the stolen book at Bible camp. Incidentally, do you like carrots?
We've only just begun.
No one lives there anymore. And after all, if nobody was living there anymore, why oh why wouldn't the town be bulldozed by now? Speaking of, Cable heads out to Egypt to consult an expert on ancient artifacts. The evil force that is ancient Egypt once again rears its ugly head. And another recurring motifs in these one-shots. Women in pink.
It's not pink! It's lightish red!
Penny 1, get me optics for a half-mile radius. Heat signature. Every living life form. Nothing bigger than a bunny. So, it could be a poodle! Alfred, I've had problems with poodles before. Scan for them! I think we're onto something here!
They're immediately set upon by soldiers, and once again, a fight scene ensues. This is kind of like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Oh, murder.
So after more senseless killing, wow, anyone else having countdown-related deja vu here? The group proceeds further down the installation's hallways until they come upon a large chamber. I feel an Excedrin headache coming on. I've had one since this comic started.
Constable Unaccompanied deals with the guards while Laurel and Catwoman resume their fight, with Catwoman scratching up her face. She's horrified when she looks at herself in a reflection, seeing herself as hideous, and the artwork actually adds a detail of her skin cracking in places as she's kicked out a window. Catwoman tries to reach out and take her back, but then she just lets go and screams while she falls like that. Help me!
Help, I'm falling at a 60-degree angle, breaking all the laws of physics.
No!
Stop, don't, come back.
The character's Sun Thrusting Punch is one of its most powerful movements. The one hit by this punch is like receiving a direct thumping by an iron hammer. Oh yeah, he clearly looks like he just punched with enough force to send the guy so far back like that. By the way, if he's really hitting him that hard, chances are he'd more likely break a few ribs, not send him flying 10 feet back. It also says that this is difficult to defend against. Yeah, no. You could probably dodge it, or use your other hand to deflect it. Of course, I always prefer the most direct defense for this kind of thing. After kicking a guy wielding a chain back, the gang leader suggests a new tactic. This kid is too strong. Let's get at him together. That's why this guy gets the big bucks, people, for suggesting such groundbreaking tactics like, let's all attack him at once instead of one at a time.
Mom, I'm getting mixed signals here.
Now Mother must punish you! Enjoy having every issue of Sci-Spy flashed in front of your eyes at once!
No! No! It's so boring!
By the way, have I ever told all of you how I got my Miller Time watch? A thief broke into our home one night and said he would kill me and everyone I ever knew and loved. In my rage, I beat his face in so much it was flat against the ground, and then I took this watch off of him as a memento. I buried the bloody corpse in Nevada. Of course I didn't! The thing was a Christmas present when I was like 13 or something. But if that was the case, it'd be pretty hard to watch all of my old Miller Time episodes, now wouldn't it? So let me just run down the entire plan of the Church of Humanity for those who didn't quite catch it. Nightcrawler decides to become a priest, so the Church of Humanity is there waiting for him and creates a false illusion for months of him becoming a priest so they can install him as pope despite no actual influence in the papal election, so they can use communion wafers that disintegrate people to initiate a false rapture despite Catholics not believing in it, so they can reveal that the pope is really a mutant that will be mistaken for the Antichrist, but people will still know it's a mutant, so Western civilization will not only kill all the mutants, but also the civilization itself will collapse in on itself before everyone swoops in to join the Church of Humanity, which will apparently be the only spiritual option, despite the dozens, if not hundreds, of other religions available for people to join. This is quite possibly the dumbest plan I've ever heard in my life, and I've seen someone deciding to make twin clones of Hitler. Chuck Austin, you could not fail anymore, even if your name was Faily McFailing-Fail.
I still remember my favorite teacher. She inspired me to pursue my dreams and become a test pilot. If it wasn't for her, I never would have become the ever-loving idol of millions.
What? The entire point of the Thing's character is the angst over not looking human anymore. Being a big orange rocky thing is not something that makes him happy. My God, it's like this writer has never even heard of the Fantastic Four. Who wrote this thing? Tom DeFalco? Former Marvel editor-in-chief Tom DeFalco?